Hi guys, this is Authentic Awakening and I'm Danny Rules. And with that note, I'd like to be really authentic and just tell you that I've been really struggling with this video. It was all going to be about the COVID-19 lockdown, how that's affecting us, and I was going to go into describing parts and explain a little bit about that to you. But what happened was I kept trying to do the video and I kept completely wandering off track, and I was really struggling with trying to describe what I was trying to say. I'm quite good at it anyway, but I was making everything really confusing and making myself really misunderstood. And I've been struggling with this all day. I've got so much information to share with you all, and I was going to explain to you about parts. So what are parts and how do they kind of work? So I'm Danny. I've got a self, but my actual persona is made up of lots of different parts, okay? And surrounding those parts are protectors, which are parts protecting my parts, okay? This is kind of pretty well-known psychology now. Started off a long time ago when people started looking into inner child work and things like this, but it's actually scientifically proven. And I was going to explain how parts are formed. So when we're born into a family system, and as human beings we are dependent on forming relationships immediately. Otherwise it would have meant death. It was a survival mechanism, and yeah, basically this is what happens is, to form relationships, as we're growing up, right from the beginning, our parents are telling us what is right and what is wrong, what is acceptable and what's unacceptable, and they tell us what's acceptable and what's unacceptable about ourselves. And because of the era which we've grown up in, it's not okay to be authentic. It's not okay to be who you really are. And parents weren't really very good at showing us how to be ourselves. They were trying to create a projection of their selves, and by doing that, if we got angry, then we'd be shamed. Go to your room now. I don't want to see you again until you calm down. You know, things like this. Don't you dare speak to me like that. We were shunned and we were shamed and we were punished for our emotions. Stop bloody crying, because whether they were or they weren't, yeah, this is how we were brought up. Okay, so what happens when a part of you isn't accepted? We cut it off and we exile that part. We cast it out, because we believe that we can't survive if that part is in play. So we exile that part, and that is when a wound is created, and a part is created as well. And being in the lockdown at the moment, everybody's going to be seriously triggered, and when we get triggered, these core wounds or these parts come into play, and we feel the original core shame, the original wounding, and and it's really painful. We don't associate it with something that happened in the past, we associate it with something that's in the present, but we actually lose our logical mind. It's raining after weeks of sunshine. We actually lose track of our logical mind, and we've become quite illogical. Now, there's loads going on in the world at the moment, and it's so easy to focus on the external stuff. You know, Bill Gates, 5G, all these theories of what could be happening, the vaccines. Okay, you know, I get it. I don't trust the government. You know, I don't believe in any of it. I really don't. And the problem is, there's so many conspiracy theories out there at the moment. I don't believe in them either. There's so much bullshit around. The only place you're going to find truth, and the only place which you're going to actually be able to come to any understanding and do any healing to the world, is internally at the moment. This is a time for us all to go inwards. This is a time for us to reflect within ourselves. It's a time, we've all been on a journey. If you're watching this video, you've already begun a journey. You might have been on that journey for years and years and years, or you might just be waking up and embarking on it now. It doesn't matter where you are in the journey. What does matter is that you're on a journey, and part of that journey is going to be reintegrating. A massive part of the journey, if not all of the journey, is reintegrating the parts of ourselves which were fractured, either in this lifetime or whenever they were split. This is ancestral patterns. This is a really serious time in our evolution. This is a time when patterns are coming to an end. The Earth's changing position on axis and consciousness is shifting. Things are changing at such an accelerated rate. Manifestation is unreal at the moment. And as a lot of you know, when we heal something inside, immediately we see it reflected in our external world. And we're getting all these signs, we're getting all these messages. You know, we're seeing synchronicity, you know, 11, 11, 15, 15, all this kind of stuff is happening at the moment. And we're getting all these messages, and it really is, it's a hard time, but it's great. It really is. Okay, so on my YouTube channel, I've done my first basic meditation. It's a short meditation video, and it's just a touching, and it's basically getting you just to recognize, to start recognize and forming a relationship with a part within you. Okay, so I'd really appreciate it if you'd like to check that out and just tap into that. I'm going to carry on trying to do weekly updates, and I'm going to be talking about shifts and what's going on, and I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Like I said, guys, I'm new to this video malarkey, and today was really hard. So me trying to do a video today brought up core shame, and yeah, I've been working. This didn't bring it up today. This is what the lockdown brought up, but it really peaked today through trying to do a video, and it's my job now to go into that core shame, to basically fall into it, to form a relationship with the shadow part which is connected to that core shame. I need to recognize it, acknowledge it, and I need to get it to build trust with me. And the only way I'm going to heal it is through giving that part what it missed out on, okay? And the only way to do that is by going right into that pain and feeling that part which was denied in the first place. And that's where the healing is, guys. And it is hard. It's not easy. It really isn't. And when we do shift stuff, we feel this weird kind of emptiness inside of us, as, you know, our body kind of remorphs and our energy changes. But yeah, we're all on this road, and we're all doing what we can, and we're all doing a good job. And I'd like to say it's great that I'm not alone, and stay tuned with me, okay? And I'll give you some really good information, and we'll embark on this journey together, okay? Doesn't matter where you are on the journey. It's just important to be authentic and just recognize that what you're feeling and what we're going through is natural, and evolution is it's already occurring, but our evolution is in what we would call our pain. It's reintegrating the broken parts of ourselves. Anyway, guys, rock the lockdown. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.